What's up, YouTube? Freaking Twitch. Trying to get Instagram and Facebook going. Lately, Facebook's been messing up, so figure that out. Oh, nice. Instagram's working. Getting Facebook going. Cool. Everything's on. All right, I'm going to go live. All right, everyone. Hopefully y'all can join me. Anyone joining after the fact, welcome. Appreciate the support nonetheless. Had a nice fun day. Been getting feedback from a lot of people, which I'm definitely asking for, and would love to get as much feedback as possible so that I can kind of maximize the value added to others, not totally lose all my friends in the world by doing this. But I do think that some people are going to be a little bit thrown off by it. It's just what happens when someone's fully self-expressed. So don't want to throw anyone off, but also be myself. What up, Chris? How you doing? I'm glad you said what up. I try not to reach out to people that are in there unless they kind of reach out first, because some people like to be flies on the wall. Hope you had a good Valentine. That's always important. But yeah, I got an agenda finally. So that's one thing that some of the people kind of helping me have helped with. Trying to announce 30 minutes before. Get more into some questions later. But so the feedback's going to be hello, a quote. Going to give my daily update. Kind of go over my vlog. Talk a little bit about tomorrow and what's on the docket. And then I'm going to ask for some feedback. So I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, not have too much. And then definitely after the show, check out Shane D Comedy at Shane D Comedy. I do the Late Shane Show. So appreciate everyone kind of joining, taking part. Really hope that I can kind of, add some value like I was saying. But yeah, let's get to it. So the quote for the day, bear with me, I just got to get it. Here we go. I have way too many windows open, as you can guess. So this one's by David Thoreau. Don't really want to give too much background. I just kind of wanted to say how sometimes you're alone but not lonely. I think David Thoreau takes it to a new level, but there is something interesting about what he says here. He goes, I find it wholesome to be alone the greater part of the time. To be in company, even with the best, is soon wearisome and dissipating. I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. And that's, again, David Thoreau. So I don't feel that way myself. I actually like being around people, but sometimes I need to recharge that social battery. So I think that's me, maybe one day a month. Maybe could have picked a better quote, because the whole point is just hey, if you guys are alone on Valentine's Day, don't feel lonely. I actually really don't feel that lonely. I have a lot of people in my life right now. But if you are feeling lonely, reach out. I have no problem, taking some time out of my day to spend it with a friend who needs a little love. I enjoy doing that myself. I have people I rely on when I'm in that space. But yeah, so don't be a stranger. Quickly, what I want to talk about, you can see the picture here. So what I'm trying to do now is I'll post a picture that's previously been made by my AI or something that I make with AI. It's kind of a separate project I've talked about before and can talk about if anyone has questions. But then what I do, I kind of post that on Twitter. And then I use that to come up with a daily quote, or that goes out with my daily quote on Twitter or X. I just call it Twitter. And then I post on MondeVert. So MondeVert's getting most of the motivational stuff. My personal page, I'm trying to keep under 3 posts any day. I do kind of share stories on the personal, but eventually not going to be doing that at all. So what I then do is I take that picture and then I kind of make different versions of it. So you see right here, my thumb doesn't want to point right, but right here, that's one of them. There's just renditions of it. This is some renditions of it. That's some renditions. This one up top is actually from Moody Black back in the day. Something I got from him, my first stand-up comedy. So anyways, gonna keep going. Gonna put on my hat for this one. So I'm excited. I've been studying for bartending. It's really cool. Kind of look at the menu. There's one part of the menu that's hilarious at Neil's Creek House. Want to check if it's on Neil and Pam's. Basically, a corn dog, if you eat it in one bite, they'll give it to you for free. So when I'm bartending, I'm gonna just be constantly trying to get people to friggin' just eat that thing. Anyways, that was a little sus. But yeah, if you do better on the quiz, basically, about the menu, you'll get better shifts. And then you'll also kind of get full-time behind the bar instead of having to be a server, too. I just want to do the best I can. Whenever I do anything, I like to compete. Cool. Coastal Baseball starts Friday. Get ready, guys. Got my rally cap on, ready to go. I like to be a loud fan, kind of heckle, push the limits there. I don't really know how that's going to work in baseball, but definitely want to heckle a little bit. I think we're on the away side, which is fine. We got cool little seats. I actually found out my dad is bailing on me Sunday. I'll take one step back. Friday it opens up. I want to really get a big tailgate going. So anyone who's like Coastal Baseball, even if you're not going to the game, let's tailgate it up. Reach out to me if you want to join forces. I know we have one set of people that are there. If anyone wants to go, tickets are probably pretty cheap. And there's like literally like general admission on the Burr or the Burl, which is like a grass hill. Yeah, like I said, Timmy D's bailing Sunday. So I am going to go later. I'm trying to like get a date to go with me. We'll see how that goes, TBD. For the 3 p.m. game, but there is an 11 a.m. game, and that's between Indiana and George Mason. If my dad was going, I'd probably go too. If anyone's interested in that ticket, it's actually 2 tickets. I'm happy to give it to you in a couple, maybe like a late, Valentine's gift or something like that. Reach out. I'm going to probably post about it too. We'll see if I don't get a date. Maybe I'll give tickets to the doubleheader, but I definitely could see the 11 a.m. being open for someone. If no one goes, I'm going to take my old self and maybe I'll at least find one other person. Maybe I'll be a player and have 2 different girls, 2 different dates. Just kidding. That's not really my style. But anyways, that's more content for the late Shane show. All right. So I had an awesome day today, kind of going to the next level of the agenda. I slept outside. It was awesome. I was in like a jacket and my hat. But I just fell asleep, man. I fell asleep for like a good hour. I was really warm. The sun was hitting me. Oh, man, it was beautiful. If you're back in Boston, sorry to rub it in. I'm sure you couldn't sleep outside. I think there might have been some snow. Tough. Anyways, yeah, I'll talk quickly. This is a weird vision I have. It never really came into fruition. But I would just think it'd be cool to like have a channel where you just go live and kind of rip naps in like 6 scenic places where like basically you just have like a little picture of me sleeping and then you get to see the scenic background, hear the waves crashing. Today would have been a great example of it because it was just beautiful out. Absolutely gorgeous. Other thing going into tomorrow, I was invited to play golf tomorrow. And I almost said yes, because to me, I don't have a lot of work right now. I've done a lot, but I'm a little bit behind on some things I want to do. And when I play golf, even 9 holes, it can throw off a lot of my day. So I was just assuming that going for 18 would be just way too much. So I told my dad no on that. Turns out the golf course is like an hour away, so I'm kind of glad that I said no. But, what a life I live that I can turn down golf on a Thursday in the middle of February, Definitely blessed for that and want to acknowledge that. Anyways, talking about tomorrow, I'm going to be doing stand-up tomorrow at 6:30 at Fresh Brew Coffee House. Come be a fan. I got a few people that I'm trying to get there. They mentioned they would come. Who knows if they'll actually show up? Sometimes easier said than done. But would love to have people come. So come on down. That's every Thursday. I plan on doing it at least until I get good enough to maybe go to like the Charleston, Wilmington scene. But I would love for people to come check it out. Awesome. Also at Fresh Brew Coffee House, 6:30, like artists, poets, musicians, come on down, and even if you're like not here for the comedy, support the local artists. You'll get to know some people that are kind of around the area and play some great music. So yeah, we made it to the end. Nice. So this is where I'm going to ask for some feedback. Oh my God, this would be awesome if I stay under 10 minutes. Is that all it takes is an agenda? Big shout out to Adrian for kind of, just sitting on the phone with me, giving me a lot of good feedback. It was nice talking to you, my man. He's actually in Palau, and he's coming back home this Sunday. It literally takes 25 hours of traveling straight. That's just the way it goes. So apparently it's pretty expensive to leave Palau. And also, fun fact is he's actually ahead of time. So that was kind of confusing trying to figure it out. But basically he leaves like at 1 p.m. today where he is, and he'll land at like 3 p.m. the same day, which is like essentially it's like you only lost 2 hours of the day, but you're probably so exhausted. Okay, so back to the feedback. Help me out. People have been giving me good feedback. What are some topics you want me to discuss? Some ideas, some concepts, research. I do a lot with ChatGPT, some Python. Would love to talk to you guys more about that. I like cooking. I'm not really that great at it necessarily, but like not bad either. I like to joke I'm more of a prep cook. Could do some stuff like that. Just give me some ideas. Someone was saying like show what a day in the life's like, which I would require some editing on my part and also like having an interesting day, but maybe not. Like maybe just have a pretty basic day would be good content. My problem is I just try to post things right away. Anyways, keeping on the engagement. What is working and I should continue? Like what are things you'd like to see that have been working? Like, oh, I love that. That was awesome. Shane, give us more of that. That'd be really helpful and I'd really appreciate it. Next is what's not working. Don't worry, you're not going to hurt my feelings too bad. I got a funny story that you should check out on the Shane D comedy coming up next about why I have thick skin. I actually look forward to some trolls. And even if you're my friend, troll me a little bit. Like My buddy Mario loves to mess with me. He probably doesn't think I saw it, but on my story I said like, are you sick of me yet? And it was like, yes, no. And it's like, what's wrong with this guy? And he voted yes to that. My brother said yes, the dick. You know what I mean? So, jokes on them, but they're just joking. I'm really not like taking it to heart. I'm out there acting kind of bufonic, like a buffoon. A little bit for the followers, a little bit just for entertainment, keep myself on my toes. Cool. So next step, what interests you the most? Like maybe what I've done in the past, what I've talked about, things that you watch elsewhere. Like what are things you think in my wheelhouse that would really draw you in and ultimately draw more people like you in? I would love to know that. Message that. Rather than the live, try to come back after the fact because sometimes you lose the live. I think on Facebook it'll stay there. So Facebook, say it. YouTube probably stays there. Instagram, that's a little bit something I need to figure out. But yeah, that's it. I want to thank you all so much. I hope you all have a great day, a week, a great life. And anyone who needs help or a friend, reach out, right? I always love to help. I love to connect with people. And we're just barely over 10 minutes, so I'm going to call it there. I will see you probably in the next 5 minutes. If you want to jump over to at Shane D Comedy, it's not quite up live on my YouTube yet. I think I'm like 10 minutes away from being able to live on that. I'm just going to keep it on my basic ones, but it will be on Instagram at Shane D Comedy. I'm eventually going to get it on Facebook at Shane D Comedy. But there's some technical difficulties kind of barring me from that. I won't, however, be on my Facebook personal. Just trying to kind of keep this content very much PG family friendly. And yeah, if you ever need a realtor, reach on out, baby. Whoop, whoop. Hope you guys all have a good one. Thanks for chilling. And yeah, we'll see it. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. All right, yo, I'll see you on the other side.